is Ryan. I'm a co-den leader for the Wolf Den in Cub Scout Pack 1988, which is part of the Alamo Area Council. I am here today to show you the first aid kit that I have built that's specifically made for our pack campouts. Now, what makes this kit somewhat unique is the fact of its ease of use and its modularity. Now, as you can see, this kit is obviously very big. It's not something you would typically take out on a backpacking trip, but more it's built specifically for a base camp first aid kit. A base camp first aid kit should be able to render first aid from everything from your little finger cut up to a trauma level injury, especially if you're camping anywhere near where Dick Cheney hunts. The first portion of this kit is this top pocket here, which contains your PPE equipment, gloves, things to keep your hands clean. The next pocket down here is going to be our assessment. That's where we're basically going to be able to diagnose conditions. The next thing I have is a pair of trauma shears that's attached to the outside of the pack here. And this small pocket here contains a boo-boo kit. That's for some very minor injuries, band-aids, things of that nature. Now, where this kit shines is when we open up the main pouch. So we open up the main pouch, this is where we start to see our individual standalone kits. There, of course, is a trauma kit for camping with Dick Cheney. We have an advanced band-aid kit. We have a medication kit. We have a burn kit for those campfire accidents. And then we have a stabilization kit. Now, this is more for breaks and sprains, things of that nature. We also have a length of paracord here, and of course a headlamp that is attached to the inside of the kit. As we open this up, this is going to reveal two more additional kits. Over here we have an airway kit, which contains a CPR mask and an MPA. It also has two emergency blankets to treat for shock, and it also has a bite and sting kit. Now, underneath all of that, we have an advanced bandage kit. This is your larger band-aids, obviously there to treat trauma and heavy bleeding. Now, let's get into the contents of each of the individual modules. So we open up the PPE kit, you will see that we have 7 pairs of nitrile gloves. We have 3 grocery bags. We have 3 procedure pads. We have 2 glow sticks, a couple of hand wipes, and of course some hand sanitizer. The next module is our assessment kit. This is our main assessment kit. Inside this, we have 6 tongue depressors. We have 6 individually wrapped cotton tip swabs. We have 2 pairs of hemostats. We also have a thermometer. We have alcohol wipes for cleaning off the thermometer when we're done. We have a pin light here that's for obviously a pupil gauge for any type of head injury. Then we have 2 pair of tweezers. Now inside here we also have a notepad. We have a Sharpie and a ballpoint pen. We also have a multi-tool. Then we have a whistle. Now with this whistle there is an actually very useful item, which is a magnifying glass. Inside this pouch, we have regular cotton swabs. We have some moleskin. We have a lighter. We have some additional safety pins. We have some gaffer's tape that is wrapped up on a card here. Next, we have our boo-boo kit. They said this would be something you would take on a hike or something like that, something small. So we go in here. This obviously has your basic band-aids, has some moleskin, has some saline flushes, also has some steri strips, has some 3-in-1 antibiotic ointment, some non-stick pads, and some BZK wipes and some bite and sting kits. Next we have our trauma kit. You can see it's clearly labeled. And inside the trauma kit we have a pair of trauma shears. We have a Z-folded compressed gauze, 2 pair of nitrile gloves, a 4-inch Israeli bandage, a quick clot gauze, some iodine wipes, an NPA, some hyphen chest seals, and a cat tourniquet. Next, we have our stabilization kit. As I said before, this is going to cover your brakes and your springs. Obviously, we have a cold pack. I have a 36-inch SAM splint. I have a 24-inch rolled SAM splint. I have two 4-inch ace wraps, two 2-inch ace wraps, one roll of 2-inch Coban, and two vacuum-packed triangular bandages, and of course, a set of safety pins. Next, we have our advanced Band-Aid kit. This is meant to cover larger than, small cuts and scrapes, and also has our specialty bandages. And here we have our fingertip and knuckle bandages. We have our larger, like knee-sized bandages. We have BZK wipes. We have some alcohol wipes to clean the area around the wound. We also have some small 2x2 gauze pads for cleaning the area. We also have some saline flushes and some triple antibiotic ointment. This is our burn kit. Inside this kit, we have 3 4-inch by 12 feet gauze rolls. We have 4 small package of burn gel. I have 3 non-adherent 2x3 pads. I have a 4x4 water gel dressing and a 2x6 water gel dressing. Now let's cover the medications kit. Bear in mind, as a den leader or any sort of Cub Scout leader, you are not allowed to give medications to any Cub Scout or Boy Scout without the parent's permission. With that, I'm going to cover the contents of what's inside this medical kit. Now, obviously, a lot of these are going to be aimed towards pediatrics. First, we have some chewable acetaminophen. We have chewable Benadryl. We also have children's chewable ibuprofen. We have low-dose aspirin, 81 milligrams. That's probably more for adults with cardiac issues. We have a small, container of Vaseline. We have your typical Pepto-Bismol, I don't feel good, my tummy aches. We have some regular adult Advil. We have nasal spray, which is good for nosebleeds. We have the infamous anti-itch or anti-itch cream. We also have a small tube of Oragel. And then we have some more adult medications, including decongestants, some of the caffeinated acetaminophen, I guess what you would call a migraine type of acetaminophen pack. And then we have some lip balm here. We also have some anti-diarrheal tablets, and we also have some allergy tablets for adults as well. Now let's cover our advanced bandage kit. This is going to be covering, obviously, major bleeding and trauma. And here we have a 10 by 30 trauma pad. We have 2 5x9 ABD pads. We have 10 sets of 4x4 gauze for cleaning. We have 4 4-inch by 12 foot gauze wraps. We have a set of acrylics, soft roll gauze. We have several packets of 3x4 and 2x3 non-adherent pads. We have eye pads, iodine wipes, a 4-inch compression bandage and 2 3-inch compression bandages. We have 6 saline flushes. Obviously these are larger ones. I think these are 15 mil. We have 2 different size silk tapes. We have one 2-inch and one 1-inch wide silk tape. We have another roll of 2-inch Coban. And then we have some antibiotic ointment, 3-in-1. And then we have a Steri-Strip kit. Now the Steri-Strip kit contains not only a BZK wipe, but also a skin tack swab as well. This is to help the adhesion of the Steri-Strips. And then we have a couple of island dressings as well. Next, we have our airway module. That includes a CPR mask and also an MPA that includes the lube. We also have 2 emergency blankets. And lastly, we have our bite and sting kit. Now the bite and sting kit includes an extractor, which also has different sized cups, and a razor to shave an area to apply that. We also have some additional bite and sting relief wipes, as well as some alcohol wipes to clean the area before you apply the extractor. In the back pocket of the bag, we also have a folder that contains some first aid forms. We would fill one of these out in the event someone had to be transported for a medical emergency, in which case we would hand these off to EMS. Before I put all these back, you may have noticed that I keep all the modules in these zippered containers. These are available on Amazon. They're about $1 a piece. I believe the size is A5, B6, and they are document holders. Nonetheless, let's move on, and I'll show you how easy it is to pack all these items back in. Like I said, they do fit quite nicely and easily back into the kit, and they stay where you put them. That is it for my presentation. If you would like, I can put all the contents of this kit into the description, and we will go from there. Thank you for watching.